What's up, guys? It's Sion, and I am back. And what you're looking at right now is another episode of the MMO show. Now, this week, we're actually going to be taking on the news, and the very first news I am happy to actually show is, as you can see right here, Mass Effect. Mass Effect is looking like a badass game. Now, I know this is not a typical MMO, it's not an MMO at all. It's pretty much a multiplayer action game, and you do have co-op, which there's been co-op in all the Mass Effects, but the co-op in this game looks badass. Like this right here, this all looks good. That little warp thing right there is a little bit Final Fantasy, but that's okay. That's okay. Like I'm loving the way this game looks right now. I'm loving the way that the storyline and the questing is working out in the game from the little preview that they give us. This one's gonna be good, man. I cannot wait. I'm gonna be covering this on the channel. It's probably gonna be my very first Let's Play in a very long time because I haven't done Let's Plays in a long time on this channel. I think I've only done 3 or 4, so I'm pretty happy to even be doing this one right now. So now, for your own good, I suggest you look at this trailer because this trailer in its complete entirety is badass. It's definitely something that you should look into. That's going to be Mass Effect Andromeda. I can't say enough that this game looks good. Like look at this combat right here. This is badass right here. I can't gush enough over this game. Like that's messed up. All right, next up we have Dauntless. Dauntless is supposed to be an action RPG type of game with a little bit of co-op in it. It's supposed to be like Monster Hunter. You'd be able to hunt monsters, and it kind of reminds me of Crowfall's look, but you know, it has the Monster Hunter feel along with it. They said that this one is going to be pretty free flowing, and you're going to have a lot of fun in this game. There's not going to be a lot of grinding, which anytime you say not a lot of grinding, I'm just like, yes, that's all for it. See the cinematic look right here. It's pretty cool. Like I said, it kind of reminds me of Crowfall, a little bit of World of Warcraft. Like, what is that thing? Like, what are you supposed to be? Like, when it came down first, I was like, is that supposed to be an owl? But then this is like an owl griffin type of what? Like, look at her weapon. Like, wow. This looks like it's gonna be pretty cool. I hope you can trade skill that type of stuff, and that's how you make the weapons. Like that came from an actual weapon. So next up we have Destiny 6, which is a NetEase game, and for whatever reason, they make some badass games. I'm sorry, they just do. It's crazy. They just make these mobile games that every year it seems that they get better and better. It doesn't go down. It doesn't end up sucky. It doesn't end up like cheesy. Now there's something to be said about these games because a lot of times they are pay to win, but they're fun, man. Some of them are fun, not all of them. But this one right here, from what I could see, and in this particular trailer right here, this one's going to be pretty good as well. It has that look, that feel, and just a lot of cinema going along with it. Like I can't say enough that if there's ever a time for mobile to be getting hot, it's now, man. They're doing it right now. It's even easier to come out and actually do these games now, so they're doing it right now. The PC gaming is like going away, and that's sad. Next up, we have Bless Online, and this is the Russian version that is now going into beta. And the reason why I am showing this is because when you see these games go into beta and the Russian version, that usually means that the American version is not too far behind. Now, there is an English patch for the Korean version, and I did play it, but you see now, I don't typically go for doing all this right now, and the reason why I don't go for doing all this is because you end up burning out. I do not want to burn out, do not want to. As soon as this game comes to America, I don't even want to look at it no more because I've already done everything when it was in Korea. I can't do that no more. So look into that one. All right, so the next one we have up is Elder Scrolls Online. Elder Scrolls Online is coming with the homestead, which is pretty much like housing for your character. Now, Elder Scrolls is a game that it's relatively cheap to get into, and it's a lot of story and a lot of bang for your buck. I always suggest Elder Scrolls to people when they just want to play a game and just be in the world and have a little bit of fun. It's continually to get better, considering how it started. I'm glad they did not give up on it. I'm glad that people stuck with it and supported the game because it's starting to be a really good MMO. At first, it was like, yeah, it was not going to be all that great, but they've come a long way. The classes have come a long way. The rating, the things that you can do in the game, and they just have come a super long way. And as you can see right here, this is a lot of stuff. This is looking Skyrim-ish. I know that ain't a damn word, but this is looking Skyrim. This is looking cool right here. Guild Wars 2. Now, I didn't cover this originally, but they came with the new storyline, which is I believe it was a crack in the ice. And it's going to be 2 dragons that you need to take on, which is going to be the fire dragon and the ice dragon. And that is pretty cool. Overall, I think that's cool that you get 2 dragons this time, because the first 2 times in the first 2 chapters that we had before, we had 1 dragon to deal with and there's some type of plot, something like this, but we got 2 now. And on top of that, we have the new PvP, which I'm not showing right here, the new PvP leagues, and they're trying to balance out the leagues and make the leagues a little bit more, I guess, fruitful, not front end heavy, because of a little bit of leagues before, a little bit too front end heavy on the rewards. So now most of the good stuff is at the end. You can get ascended items, you can get a lot of gold from it. So it's actually a good thing to actually get into some PvP right now in Guild Wars 2. It's one of the shining highlights in the game, so definitely give it a try out. You should like it. Alright, Star Wars The Old Republic has gone into actually releasing a new story. You guys already saw what I felt in the Should I Play, but just wanted to put it out there on the MMO show, because pretty much this is the game that you want to play for story. Besides Elder Scrolls and Final Fantasy 14, I believe them and maybe Secret World have probably the best quests and the best storylines, and you just can't go wrong with these types of games. It's always going to be hot. It's always going to be fun for you. There's so much voice acting in Star Wars that I want to give it that it's probably one of the best of all time when it came to voice acting in the MMO. Like, they don't be cheap with it or nothing like that. I don't know what type of gaming strike that they were going through, but it didn't happen in this game, because they just continue to have voice acting and continue to have all type. All right, so that's pretty much all the news for this week. However, we're going to end this MMO show with I was about to say the silliest thing ever, gigantic. I was about to say gigantic, but this is the Margrave, and the Margrave is pretty badass. I gotta say that all these hero shooters, all these hero games, with my final words, I am very impressed that they are not giving up. They are not letting Overwatch run away with this, because Overwatch kind of is, but these people fighting back. Everybody's fighting back. Battleborn is fighting back, even though Battleborn might be too late for them. But Paladins is fighting back, and you got this game right here, and there's actually another game that's actually fighting, and it's an Asian game, and you guys are gonna see it soon. And then there's the Transformers game that's supposed to be like that too. Like, they're not letting them run away with it, and you can't let them, because I think that's what ruins games, when they don't have competition. And WoW didn't have competition for a little while, and then as soon as it did, it was kind of like they had a lot of chance to do something and they just didn't. They kind of rested and just let expansion after expansion come out, and the game slowly started to degrade to the point where people was like, well, WoW's done. I mean, like, it was like kind of a joke at a point. Like I think once we got to, like, what was it, Warlords? By the time we got to Warlords, it was kind of a joke. So it's pretty good to see all these games trying so hard right now. And I'm interested to try this character. And I've been really slacking on this game, but this character is probably going to make me go in there and bust out a few rounds, because I haven't played in like a month. So I'm gonna go ahead and try it after seeing this. So I hope you guys liked what you saw right here. Of course, you have my 4 videos I normally put up. Also, don't forget during the video that you can always hit the top right if you're looking for more MMO gaming. And other than that, you guys be legendary, and I will see you soon. Peace.